What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Time is of the essence. That is the theme of tonight's show. Time is of the essence. And Colorado is in the midst of a rebuilding process, part two. Part one was last time, when Coach Prime took over the job. When Coach Prime took over the job, he had to rebuild a team that, he really had to rebuild, and there was a massive roster overhaul. What's going on, Liz? What's up, Mark? What's up, midwife? What is going on? Let me add some. Oh, matter of fact, I got to change this. Give me a second. I got to go to subscriber only. Hold on. So I'm not going to have any to do the troll thing. Yeah, we're in a massive overhaul. The last time was a massive overhaul, and we're going to have a part two. Let's see. Subscribers. Custom. Okay, let's do it like that. I had to change it. All right, cool. And as a matter of fact, let me add some mods. Yeah, we're in a massive roster overhaul, and time is of the essence. So I know a lot of people say, wait, just wait, Oh, I do have some mods. Okay. Time is of the essence, and we're going to talk about this schedule. Now, currently we have some buff players that are entering the transfer portal, right? And that happens with every team. As you see with all these teams around the country, a lot of players are entering the transfer portal. We have a influx of players entering the transfer portal from Texas A&M, Michigan State, so on and so forth. And these players pretty much, some of them pretty much, the top players pretty much know they got it narrowed down to the programs that they want to go to. And some, they just, they're in the transfer portal waiting for an opportunity. But the top stars, the top stars, they pretty much know. They probably already getting contacted already. Now, these top stars, I don't know if we're going to have access to as far as Colorado is concerned. Are we going to have access to these top stars? Because there's going to be a bidding war, and the bidding war is going to increase each year according to whatever the market value is, whatever the market wants to pay for these players. The market are these colleges, the boosters or whoever's supporting these colleges. How much are they willing to pay for these top players, right? So it's going to increase each year. Now, I was talking to a friend earlier, so I didn't know college players get paid. Yeah, Liz in here now. College players get paid now. And each year, the market value is going to go up. That's just how it is. It's almost like free agency now, but with college sports. You said I found you live the other day, randomly talking about using a credit card. Very entertaining. Keep coming with great content, bro. I appreciate it. Let me highlight it. Thank you. Thank you for the donation, by the way, Hawaii Chris. I appreciate you. You're a Raiders fan, I see. Okay. You might be in the West Coast. We got some West Coast. I think you might be in the West Coast. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, Ms. VS? What's up, y'all? So it's all about the market value. Okay. So the top players, we already know Matt Rule talked about how much it's going to cost to get a quarterback, how much it's going to cost to get an experienced quarterback that can produce right now, not a quarterback that come on your team and got to fight for a position. I'm talking about somebody like Cam Ward that's going to come on your team and start right away and pick up. That's going to be about $1.5 million or more. I would say Cam Ward probably $2 million for his services. Now, Coach Prime said that he's looking for an experienced quarterback. And now I can agree with that because he needs a contingency plan for when if Shedeur goes down. If Shedeur goes down, they need to continue. They can't hurt the team. Like if he go down and he get injured, they need a quarterback to come in that's older and experienced and is ready to go. So that's what they're looking for right now. There's a plethora of quarterbacks in the transfer portal that they can go for. In fact, Coach Prime said he know exactly where to go. So that means he might have already been in contact with a quarterback that he probably have a relationship with. So we don't know who that quarterback is, but it's more than likely somebody that he already know. Somebody that, because remember, Shedeur Sanders has a quarterback coach. His quarterback coach could have put him in contact with somebody. Like, okay, we need you to come here. You know you're not going to start, but you possibly could get playing time if Shedeur go down. So the quarterback situation, I believe they got that under control already. That's easy for them because their quarterback, Shedeur's quarterback coach, he has a lot of contacts. So the quarterback situation is good. Now what they need to do is they need to build the trenches. They need to add on with the additions that they have there already. See, this is a little different from last time. Last time he had to put a bunch of people together and then they had to go to training camp and see what works. Now they know the attributes of the players that they have in-house. They already know that. Now they just need to bring in players to add on to that. That's a little easier to do than it was last time. Last time they just had to fill roster spots and try to figure out what's what. Now they can go out and really focus on. They don't have to get the big name stars, but they do have to get some stars in there that there's no question that they're starting. They have to get people in house that they don't have to fight for a position. They're bona fide stars. They don't have to be the top 10 stars in the portal, but they got to be almost close, and they have to get a few of them. They got to get a few of them in each position to build that depth chart. And the people that they're getting, they need to be starting. The people that they're selecting. And they had some issues this year on the offensive line. Part of those issues are we would never know unless the players start talking about it. But the players are really not going to talk about it. It's going to be hard to find out what really happened in that locker room. But there were some plays that I looked at and I showed you where it seemed like the defender just went right past the offensive lineman. And it's like the offensive lineman grabbed him and did this. Grabbed him. And do you see how big my hands are? If I get my hands near your throat area and I grab on, the only way you're going to get me off unless you knock me out. That's the only way you're going to get me off. Now, in the offensive line position, you got to let go at some point because it's going to be holding. But the problem is our offensive linemen, they always hold. It's just the ref is not going to catch every hold. But there is holding going on. Everybody knows it's just like it's like fundamentals. If you see a person about to bull rush you, you know you got to get low. You got to get low and hit them between the numbers and go up, or you really got to like almost like you putting your hand through his chest almost. And you literally got to keep that person in front of you. And for somebody to be really big and let the person just breeze by, something happened. There's something went wrong here in that locker room. But I don't want to speculate and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you that it's something really went wrong. And hopefully they don't have that problem again. But what they have to do is the offensive line that's going to be starting for Colorado, their pockets got to be greased. Their pockets, it can't be just a couple players on the team get money and everybody not. That's not gonna fly in this new era of football. It's not gonna fly because I won't block for nobody. I'm not getting paid. I'm just telling you. Like if I was playing in this market now, they're gonna have to pay me handsomely for my crazy ass. Like I'm bringing nothing but pain to the table, nothing but pain, and you're gonna have to pay me. Okay, if not, I'll go to Clemson, Alabama, or somewhere else. But I'm not going there off no promise. I'm not. You got to pay me, especially if I'm one of the top offensive linemen. You got to pay me. And Coach Prime understands that now. He understands that credit card has to be swiped. It has to be swiped. This is serious business. Nick Saban and will run him off. Listen, he's competing in a situation right now where these coaches are trying to run him off the table. He better have some money backing him. If he don't, he's not going to get the top recruits. Because a top recruit, like, yeah, I'm thinking about going there. It's nothing for Saban or one of these other coaches to call and say, we got $1 million for you. It's no guarantee that you're going to go to the NFL. Less than 1% of the 1% go get drafted into the NFL. Okay. And you got some people that will get call ups and go to the team or whatever, and hopefully they'll get on, but they're less than 1%. And out of that less than 1%, an even smaller portion of that make it past 3 years, past their rookie contract. That's a fact. And each year, you got guys coming out of college each year trying to replace you every year. Okay. It's like an assembly factory of bodies every year. So these players want to get paid now. And the top player in the some of the top players that I was looking at, I don't know what the going rate for a top offensive lineman is, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be close to $400,000. It has to be, because I'm looking at the pay. I'm looking at the valuations for Alabama. Most of them is well over $100,000, $200,000. But that's not saying what they got in their bank account. They probably got more. So you're not going to get them. They're not going to hit the portal. The top people, I'm talking about NFL, like right now they're sophomores waiting to be juniors. And after their junior season, they're going to the NFL. You're not going to get them. They're staying where they're at. So, but you're going to get some that's close. Can Colorado get them? I haven't heard any thing yet on who they got, unless they keep it in a secret. But I know time is of the essence, because they want, when do they start getting ready for spring? Around end of February, right? So they got to have these people in school by January. Yeah, time is of the essence, because we're in December now. It's December 5th. So they're going to have to, whoever is in charge of their recruiting, they got to get busy. They got to get busy, because we lost a major recruiter in Nick Williams, Coach Nick Williams. We lost. That was a huge blow. That was a huge blow that he left. But nonetheless, life goes on, and somebody got to pick up the pieces. That's what the head of the recruiting is for. They're going to have to either go to the homes, because y'all told me yesterday that is a thing now, that they still go to the homes and stuff. So somebody going to have to go to these kids' homes and convince them. But what they want on this team, they want experience. They want players that is already proven at other places, right? And they come in and help right away. So hopefully, it's still early in the process, so we just got to wait and see what the news is about and see who they get in. They don't have to get the big 5 stars, and they don't have to get the huge names in college football, but they got to get quality trenches. They got to get quality trenches in the building. Okay, you got to pay them. Okay, Whatever they're worth, you got to pay it. You can't nickel and dime them, right? It's cut. It's straightforward. There's no nickel and diming. Like if I'm worth $200,000-$300,000, I need that check before I enroll. As soon as the check clear, I will enroll. I'll get my kid in and he'll enroll. It makes sure the apartment is free. Like wherever they stand, it got to be free with some type of car service or something. Like that. So they got to get all that straight, get the players in, and then there we go. We got a season because we already got a team. It's not like last time where they had to bring in 80 plus new players. It's not like that anymore. They got players there. We just got to add on to the additions that you have. And but as far as getting the top, that's the cream of the crop players, that's going to be rather difficult because you're competing with the Alabamas, you're competing with the Georgias, you're competing with the Clemsons, the Floridas, the Florida States that have big money. And unless we got some big money, then yeah, we can compete. But who's to say that these kids want to come up there to play? We don't know. But you got to make it attractive for them to come up there and play. That's the deal. Now, Coach Prime, he said that Colorado will be competing in the playoffs in 2024, 2025. That's what he said. Now, I guess he's saying that, that's his aspirations, right? He wants to be in the playoffs. Now they're making it like he's guaranteeing it. He didn't guarantee it. He just said he playing in the playoffs. That's what he said Colorado will be. Okay, never mind. He said will be in the playoffs. Okay, so it's almost like he guaranteeing it. He said we will be in the playoffs. So, but that's what all coaches supposed to believe, right? Because they're gonna have 12. They're gonna have 12 teams next year in the playoffs. So he's supposed to be aspiring to get in the playoffs, right? Not just a regular bowl game, a bowl eligible 6 games. But in order for him to do that, he got to go out and get the dogs. And right now, I don't know where the dogs at. They did not announce the dogs yet, but them dogs need to be coming because they got to get them enrolled by January. They got to be hitting them weights by February or even early as January. Because you got to have a certain amount of time for this team to gel together with the additions that they already have to be competing to get in these playoffs. We need an offensive line like Michael Penix. We need an offensive line like, I don't believe that kid got touched the last game. I don't even believe he got touched, man. Like not none. They need something like that. Like if they could go out and get something like that, all you need, listen, all Colorado really needs right now is to build them trenches up and we ready to go. We got wide receivers. We got Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, Caleb Mathis, and a few others. And, Dylan Edwards could play receiver as well. And we got a running back already, Dylan Edwards and Alton McCaskill. So we're good there. We have a secondary already. I'm not worried about our secondary, but I'm worried about the trenches. I'm a little concerned that they let Marvin Ham go, but he'll find a place somewhere else. I'm a little concerned about the linebackers. I'm a little concerned about that. But I'm sure they're going to address that in the trenches. I mean, in the transfer portal. I'm a firm believer in dynasties are not built just like that. That great Chicago Bulls dynasty wasn't built like that. They put the pieces together over time. And then once Scottie Pippen got involved, then it was ready to go. They were ready to go at that point. Because remember, that dynasty, they wouldn't have won all them championships without Scottie Pippen. That's just a fact. but they had everybody in place, and you got to build it over time. Um, Coach Prime want to win right now, and what he's think his mentality is, I just need this, this, and this. I mean, if there's no continuity on that team, I don't give a damn what you got. So hopefully they got some continuity on that team and everybody's on one accord. Because the last season, everybody went on one accord. That locker room was a little shoddy. And how do I know this? Because Coach Prime said in a meeting one time when he was addressing the team, he said, I wish I can get rid of some of you. He said that. So that means that they had some issues there. But in order to alleviate some of them issues, everybody got to get paid. Everybody got to get paid, man. People, it's some bread that got to be broken. Bread just can't be broken a few ways. You got to break bread too. And then everything should be smooth. That's just the way it is now. You know, when this whole NIL and all these players get paid, there's going to be some problematic areas come up. And that's one of them. Somebody going to feel slighted. You know what I'm saying? That they not getting what the superstars are getting. Everybody can't get what the superstars are making, but they got to get something, you know. So that's what has to happen here. But I haven't heard about any dogs yet. Now I know some people saying, well, we just got to be patient and wait. No. Ain't no patient and wait. There's a schedule. There's a schedule here. You know, you remember the spring game? Well, we ain't that far away from that, are we? It's only a few months. There's a strict schedule here that, you know, there's a deadline. So they're working against the clock. So no, it ain't no waiting. Those colleges and those coaches in that war room, they're going at it, trying to get at these players because January is quickly approaching, and they need those players in school, and they need them. You know, they don't want to have it like last year where some people just show up to training camp. No, they want them there to develop in the winter, you know, conditioning, spring conditioning, summer conditioning leading up to training camp. That's what they want, to get that continuity. So no, there is a push for time here. There's a strict schedule going on, and they gotta okay. And then you got signing day. So signing day, we're really gonna start to see a lot of stuff. And signing day is quickly approaching. So right now, they probably already know who's coming. And then by signing day, you're just gonna see everything. You're gonna see people show up. But best believe they gotta have some dogs showing up. Like if not, we ain't making no playoffs. Because if you can't protect Shedeur, in his style of play, nope, nope. They're gonna have to address it, and that's the name of the game right now. So it's a new season for everybody. Well, some people still playing bowl games, but for us, it's a new season. So we can address those issues in the trenches right now, and it has to be addressed, and it has to be done properly, and it has to be done with a little bit of compensation if they really want to go get after what he really wants. But if he just want to wing it and not pay, then he don't have to do that. You know, he just say, we're going to go with what we got. But so yeah, he said he was going to the playoffs. So we're going to see. We already the football recruiting. We got a few players, a few buffs in the, like I said, in the transfer portal. Michael Harrison. I'm suspecting there's going to be quite a few more that's entering the transfer portal, but we just don't know who they are yet. I'm suspecting it. If I'm a betting man, at least more. I don't know. I want to give a number, but it's going to be quite a few more that's entering the transfer portal, or just not playing. So we're just going to see who they are. Not too many more, but just I don't know. I wish I could give an amount, but I don't want to do that. But quite a few more, and then that'll be it. And then the rest that are there, we can build upon what we have there already and add the additions and see what happens next year. One thing I want to say is about this running game. If they're going to be pass heavy again next year, we're going to end up where we are now, barely getting to a bowl game. But even though I still think we get to a bowl game, we'll improve that much more, but it'll be barely. If not, won't qualify if they don't run the ball. These coaches have figured it out, and they just will bull rush us, send the house at us, and get to Shedeur again if they don't run this ball. So that's why emphasis have to be put on the trenches to get a running game going. Even though I think they had a running game, they just vacated it. But if they do it again and they have a record number of passes this year, we're going to end up where we are again. He has to understand at this level, the defensive linemen are a lot faster. My friend's son make me look like a cupcake. That's how big he is, and he's faster. At his size, he's probably at a 4.6. And he's bigger than me, and he's running probably like a 4.6. Close to maybe a little bit under that. I don't know what he's gonna play in college though. I don't know if he's gonna be on the line or he's gonna be a linebacker. I'm not sure, but he's huge, and that's how these players are now. And the defensive line are fast, so the window of opportunity closes very fast. So he can't be back there holding on to the ball. He got to let it go. So that's something he got to work on. And that's pretty much it, as far as that is concerned. But yeah, they need them dogs in, man. Where the dogs at, man? They need them. Okay. I'm talking about some big name. If they get the big name dogs, then that's all good, but for sure they need them. And I'm a realist. Without no running game, there's a no-go. I'm just telling you, the season, they'll win the first game. They definitely gonna win the first game. Definitely. Nebraska, they better have a running game because Nebraska will be ready this time. So they better have a running game. We play Nebraska at home. So they need a running game. We need a balanced attack. And as far as I'm concerned, I think they said Pat Shurmur will still be the offensive coordinator for next season. And we know Pat Shurmur has NFL experience. So we'll see what happens there. I'm pretty sure, I think he still will be the offensive coordinator unless there are going to be some changes. We'll know by Friday or something like that. As far as the offensive, what do you call it? The offensive line coach, I'm not sure who that is yet, but I'm pretty sure they probably know who it is, but they just haven't released it yet on who's going to be the offensive line coach. So we'll wait and see who, because O'Boyle left for San Diego State, which we knew he was going to go there. And there's another coach also went to San Diego State. So we lost quite a bit of number of coaches here, which is okay. They could be replaced. But let me just say this. I had this on my mind. This mentality of I just go out and get it and just replace you. Oh, you hit the transfer portal. Fuck you. Let me just go. I'll replace you. Listen, you got to build some type of locker room. Okay. You keep having them going in and out interchangeably. You're not going to build no cohesiveness and no togetherness. You gotta build it. That's what college is for. That's what separates college from the NFL. NFL is a business. I understand it. College is a little different. Even though college is like turning into free agency though, right? With the transfer portal. But certain players that just leave that locker room are irreplaceable. And you might hurt that togetherness. But if that's how y'all want to do it, do it. But make sure when you bring them players in, they ready to play. the difference is between Colorado and a lot of these teams like Oregon, and they had time to put their team together. You know, the Oregon coach, he had a few years, to build and build and build. Each year builds upon the next one. It's not like, oh, you weren't cutting the mustard, get the fuck out of here. Well, why don't you build them? Why don't you develop them? Maybe they're salvageable, you know. But if that's how they want to do it, I'm gonna sit back and see if it works. But we'll see. But so this whole I'm suspecting this whole offensive line is gonna be new people, which most of them left. Except for Tyler Brown, and you have, I think, maybe David Connor is probably going to be starting, even though he was hurt last year. Tyler Brown might get the shot, and maybe a few others, and whoever they bring in. We'll see. We'll see how that works. We'll definitely see. They're going to have a new offensive line coach, so they're going to have a new system in place. So we'll see how that works. But you got to build a team. It takes a while to like build a dynasty, to build it like how Alabama is. It takes time. You just can't say, I got to win now. I got to win now. I don't know if that works in college football. I don't know. It's yet to be seen. We're going to see if it works at this level. That's why I'm really curious to see what they're going to do next season. I'm curious to see if this plan is going to work, because they say they got a plan. So we're going to see if it works. But as it stands right now, it's a little shaky. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Nick Williams was a huge loss. That was a huge loss because he was a good recruiter. Now that I'm doing more research on it, that was a huge loss, man. They got him up out of there, yo. I'm telling you, these coaches don't band together to get Coach Prime up out of here, yo. They banding together, man. They banding together. I told y'all it's an old fraternity, and he's not included. They said we gotta get Nick Williams out of there. We gotta get. I'm just. This is just how I'm thinking. I'm not saying it happened, but we gotta get him up out of here. We gotta get him off. He can't refuse. We gotta get that young. We gotta get him out of here. And they damn sure got him out. They damn sure got him out, because he could have helped with the recruiting. He could have. And I remember the reason why I'm saying that, because I remember what's his name said. He's the quarterback for Colorado. What's his name? What is his name? Oh, I can't remember his name right now. But he said that he personally heard the coaches saying that they're banding together to go against Coach Prime. They're banding together. So who's to say they're not like hitting up his coaches? Like, look, we gotta get that coach out of here. No, not Cordell. What's it? Klatt. It was Joe Klatt. He said he personally heard the coaches say that they're banding together to go against him. They don't like him. And Nick Williams was a very valuable piece there. Now that I'm looking at it, they're like, we got to get him out of here. We got to get him away from him. And they damn sure did. Damn sure did. They got him away. He did say it. He did. Joe Klatt did say it. You just go Google it. He did say it. And I have a video of him saying it. No, he did say it. He said that the coaches are banding together. He didn't want to say which coaches, but they're banding together to bring him down. And Keyshawn said it too. Thank you, Shantae. See, I have a very good memory. Well, I have a very good selective memory. And that's what was said. And Keyshawn said he heard it too. And I never forget that. I'm never going to forget it, because, yeah, Shantae, it was Klatt, right? So I never forget that. So I'm like, who's to say? They're like, you know what? Nick Williams over there, he could help Prime out with that recruiting, and that might go against us. Let's get him out of there, yo. Let's get him out. Let's give him about 450. Let's get him out of there. Got him out. So But people could be replaced. Some people are irreplaceable. I know people say, "Well, we could just replace them." No, some people have talent. You know what I'm saying? You can't replace no Tom Brady, man. Like he's a one of one. Like it's certain things that when you take away from certain programs, you sabotage them. And that's why a lot of you said you felt like this season was sabotage. Some of you felt that way. Like something is not right here. You know why I say something is not right? Because those offensive linemen didn't have that problem last year. They didn't. They had that many sacks on the quarterback. They ain't had that problem last year. He didn't have that problem at Kent State, his quarterback getting pummeled like that. He didn't have that problem. So why we have it now? But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying something went wrong. And the issue is I can't prove it. So but I can only feel it. I feel like something went wrong. They were not gonna let him eat, man. They weren't gonna let it happen. Because that would have been the biggest thing in college football. Actually, that would have been the biggest thing in sports all over the world for him to come to the Power Five and get bowl eligible. That would have been the biggest thing in sports because everybody in sports know him. That would have been the biggest thing. And when I was looking at that video and I saw that defensive lineman wasn't even working that hard. He wasn't even working that hard. And the hands just did like this. And the gates just parted up. And I saw him literally spear Shedeur in the rib cage. He got teed off on. I said, something not right, man. And I said it when he went in there and he did that speech, he did a little team too much. He just did a tad bit too much when he said, I'm bringing my Louis luggage. Oh, by the way, we got a quarterback already. And then he said, you might as well go ahead and hit that transfer portal. Some of them parents didn't like that, and some of them parents got money. They ain't like that shit. And I can't prove it. I was like, damn, the fix is in, yo. They gonna get him. And I said, Shedeur gonna get hurt. And my boy not in here. I said, yo, that kid getting ready to get hurt, yo. He getting ready to get hurt. I said they marked him. He's getting ready to get hurt. And for sure he got hurt. And he won't even recover. I think they said he should be recovered by March. Because he really did break something in his back. That's crazy. And when I heard that he really did break something in his back, I was like, Coach Prime already know this. He know they were marked. He know they were. Would he be marked like this in the NFL? No. No, he got friends there. This is an old fraternity that he's embarked upon. Old fraternity. Remember how back in the day they used to say, it's hard for people to get coaching jobs and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a fraternity. It's a fraternity. And you remember when he was at Jackson State when he got Travis Hunter? What's his name was he didn't say it. He alluded to the fact that he paid that kid to come there. Remember that? He did. He did say that. He didn't say he paid. He alluded to the fact. But that's what they're doing. But I think he alluded to the fact that Prime took money out of his own pocket and paid him. But he did say it. He did. And somebody in the comments talking about he didn't say that. Yes, he did say that. It's just you don't remember. When he got Travis Hunter, that old boys fraternity, they didn't like that. They didn't like that. Yo, Travis is a generational talent. And they know that. Let me tell you something, yo. They know as far as look. Let me ask you guys a question. When do they start watching kids? At Pop Warner, right? Yeah. At Pop Warner, they for example, if they got a kid in Pop Warner that's bigger than everybody and more skilled than everybody, best believe Saban and them know who he is. Best believe. Ain't that crazy? It's a pipeline they have. It's a pipeline they have because a friend at my job, her son, um they're Nigerian, right? And he just extra freaking big, yo. And when he was in Pop Warner, he didn't mean to be hurting people. He was trucking people. And he played defense. And he played everything that they wanted him to play. Offensive line, linebacker, whatever the case. And he was just trucking these kids. It was almost like a grown man playing out there with kids. Best believe she got approached. This random guy came up to her and was like, yeah, what's your name? And she told him, she was like, yeah, what high school he gonna be going to? She was like, what? She like, what high school is he staying in state, or what high school he going to? And then she told him, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna keep track of them. They keep track of these kids. So they know where the dog's at. They know. And they had been watching Travis Hunter, and when Coach Prime was like, yeah, when he was like, I got him, they didn't like that. And then Coach Prime, he probably had no other choice but to try to go find a Power 5, because look, he had Travis Hunter, he had his son, both his sons and a few others. The only way that they're going to get a real shot at the opportunity of NFL or getting drafted is to go to Power 5. It wouldn't have been impossible for them to make the NFL, because we know that occasionally they do draft people from the HBCU. Steve McNair, Walter Payton, he came from Jackson State, and a host of others, right? We know that. But the path to get to the NFL is a lot harder. But it's not impossible, but it's a lot harder. So so the best thing was to go to Colorado, and it worked out. It really did work out, right? But you could tell that there is some type of, I can't prove it, but there's some type of like smoke screen on him. There's some type of smoke screen. We saw it with how the refs called the games. We saw Travis Hunter. He caught that ball. The ref said, no, there's something there, man. They would have won that last game. There's definitely something there. But just can't prove it because, like I said, it's a silent hand type of thing. It's an old school fraternity, man. Back in the day, they wouldn't let us in. It's an old school fraternity. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be in control. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a bunch of gold jackets talking about they want to coach now. They'll move them guys right up out of here because they know more about football. You know what I'm saying? So he's working against a system also. And he already said it. Here's another thing that Prime said. I remember this. What else did he say? How I could prove my point? He said that the kids are being told that he's not going to stay there. The coaches are telling the kids this. So that you don't think that's hurting his recruiting? Yes. He has to convince these kids that he's staying now. He had the top quarterback recruit decommit. And that kid want to play for him. Somebody got in that kid's ear, man, and was like, yo, Prime ain't no good, man. He's all about self. He ain't going to be there. And the kid decommitted. I'm pretty sure something like that happened. That is hurting him in the recruiting. So the deal is somebody got to swipe a credit card. They really do. They really do. If not, they're going to run him up out this business. For example, who would you select as your coach? Like, no, not we'll go from positional coaches first. Who would you select as your wide receiver coach? The Oregon coach or Jerry Rice? You don't want a bunch of gold jackets infiltrating. You just don't. Even though a lot of them they don't feel like they want to coach, but if they did, they will. There's been a few Hall of Fame coaches in the NFL, Art Shell and a few others, like that. But it's very far in between that the Gold Jackets will coach. Even in the NFL, you have that fraternity. Like, you got a certain amount of coaches, and they're ruling over these players. And that's their spot. Everybody has their lane. Everybody has their little lane or whatever. The top of that lane is the Steelers coach. He's the top of that list. He's the longest tenure coach. And I can tell you how he got there. But for those that don't know, he was a quarterback at the College of William and Mary out here. And a lot of people liked him. And he moved up rather quickly. He knew a lot of people when he was at William and Mary. But I feel like it's a smokescreen going on. I feel like for example, like the people hitting the transfer portal, it could be a situation where not just money. Maybe the kids want to go there, and the coach is saying, he ain't gonna be there after this season. He's just waiting for Shedeur to go to the league. He ain't gonna be there, and putting stuff in all these kids' heads. That's what I think. I suspect is going on. He said it though. He said that and he said that the kids are being told this. The young men, excuse me, I would say kids, but young men are being told this. He's not going to be there. And then what else did he say? He said something else that raised my eyebrow. They tried to get Travis again. They tried to get him again because remember he announced that he was going to Colorado. Remember that? He said a few teams. He didn't say who the teams were. He know who they are, though. They offer him millions of dollars not to go there. So they tried to get him again. It's not just one school because remember, collectively, these coaches work together. It's a fraternity. Collectively, they tried to get him away from him. And who else did he get? He got Kermani. They didn't like that either. He didn't, because Kermani, they didn't like that he got Kermani. Don't you think somebody randomly in Kermani's ear right now? They might be. I don't know for a fact if it's like that, but they might be doing that. Listen, son, we'll offer you $3 million right now to lead this dude, man. He's not really for you. We'll offer you $3 million to get just to say that he don't have him, whether they use him or not. They might not use him. They might just to say that he don't have him. So that's what he's up against. So it's impressive if he really come off this time. It'll be impressive because he know he's up against it. He really is. He's up against a lot of resistance. So this is a cutthroat business. Remember, college football is all about what have you done for me lately. Okay. Never mind what you did last year. What can you do for me right now? It's all about the money. And there's money in play because you got to pay these players now too. So that's where it's at. But yeah, he got Travis and he got Kermani. He got both of them. Okay. So they're like, damn, he got so we're gonna see what happens. Like who he gonna get. But I would love for to be like a big name star Alabama come up to Colorado just to say aha. I would love to make that video. I'd already said Pat Shermer is still in there. Travis Hunter named to the All Pac-12 team. The two-way star, he was All Pac-12 first team defensive and second team all-purpose honors. So that's what's up right there. He'll probably make that first team next year All-America list. The All-American list didn't come out yet, but that's good for him. So he made that All Pac-12 first team and second team all-purpose. And Shiloh made the Pac-12 something. Defensive back Shiloh, safety Shiloh, and running back Dylan and punter Mac Bassett named to honorable mention. No. Hold on. Mark Bassett is first team. He's first team. He's the best punter in the Pac-12. What are y'all talking about? You see what I'm talking about? He's the best punter in the Pac-12, hands down. He was the best punter, even though the Pac-12 is done, that has been resolved. But what do y'all mean honorable mention for Mark Bassett? See, he's first team. What are you talking about? He's an NFL punter. It's crazy, man. You said, how did Weaver not get honorable mention? I know. What do you? He was almost at 1,000 yards. He was almost at 1,000 yards, and he's not even on the list. Yeah. What do you mean, chill out, Max? I'm spitting straight fire right now. Straight fire, man. You ain't gonna hear it. I ain't gonna say that, but just straight up fire, man. I'm just telling you how it is, man. I've been around a while. I'm a senior citizen, dog. What y'all talking about? I've been watching football. I'm a damn near senior citizen, man. So I've been watching football a long time. I'm probably the oldest you be listening to, the oldest. Okay? The oldest. I almost got my AARP card, dog. Okay? So I know about this fraternity. I know about it. I know I'm telling you something here. He's not a part of the fraternity, and they're never gonna let him in. Never. He's never gonna get in. Never. Remember that coach? Which coach was it? Colorado State. Remember how he took shots at him? And then the Oregon coach took shots at him. He never took shots at them. He praised them first. Remember? He always do that. Take the humble approach. They didn't care about that. He still took shots at them. They don't like him. And that's just what it is. That's what he's up against. You said, I'm here. I'm a senior. Give me my benefits. That's right. You said folks already saying they're going to do Colorado players dirty in the draft. Not just this year. Listen, shoot the shit. Fraternity, man. And let me see. Who do we have going? So this year, Shiloh is staying. We know Shador is staying. Weaver, he getting ready for pro day. See, we have a calendar going on right now. So you know pro day is coming up too. So there's like the reason why I say time is of the essence, because there is a calendar going on. And next thing you know, oh shit, pro day is here. Oh, the players are doing their drills for pro day. They're getting ready in the gym because you know you got to train a certain way for pro day. And so they're getting ready for pro day. And after that, they're going to have, you know, the team meeting. Remember how, well, no, excuse me. Right now, it's the transfer portal. When the transfer portal closed, January what? Whatever it is. And then you have the signing day. And then you have the players start to show up to campus. You got pro day. You got the first team meeting where Coach Prime is going over what he want to do for the new season. So you got that. And then you got some other miscellaneous stuff. And then you got that winter conditioning. And then the portal opens up again. It opens up again for 15 days. Okay, so then more players will come in like that. And then you have spring ball, right? You got spring 1 and 2. Then you got the spring game. And then after that, some players, he might get let go, stuff like that. And now he's fine-tuning his roster. And then you're going to have the summer session 1 and 2. And then after that, training camp. I'm telling you, it's just going to go just like that. Next thing you're like, damn, the season back again? Yeah, it's going to be like that. So January 4th, when it closed, okay, so thank you. So see, right now, so he got to January 3rd. So he's not going to announce who he has. Because remember this, he's got to deal with these other coaches. So he probably going to tell, like, look, don't say anything. You know, we get all that ducks in a row. Don't say anything. So I hope they don't say anything, you know, because then next thing you know, the mother coaches get on the horn like, wait a minute, we got another 100,000 here for you if you want it. You know, they'll do all they can to get them players away from him. And here's another thing. I knew that some of the former players were going to start to talk because they're going to grease their pockets to get their story. So Egan Carey, he talked to Jason Whitlock. You know what he said? My father wasn't around, but I wanted, yes, he did say this. Yes, he did. I'm not making this up. If anybody saw it, press 1. I'm not making this up. He said, and you could tell he almost wanted to laugh. He said, yeah, and I wanted him to, so fake. He's like, I just, trying to win an Academy Award and shit. He's like, he said, I wanted him to be like a father figure or a mentor. You got a daddy. You have a daddy. Your daddy was at the game, wasn't it? So you lied. He said his parents was at the game. Didn't he say that? No, you don't need no daddy. You got a daddy. You have a daddy, right? Son, you got a daddy. Talking about, I wish I have a father figure and he didn't want to be my mentor. Okay. And then I cannot make this up, yo. I wrote it down because y'all ain't gonna believe me. Because some of you didn't see it. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? He said something else. I almost hit the floor. Oh, he said the doormat said, did I say you can come in? Now let me explain the doormat in a second. But he said the doormat, he said he has a doormat there. Okay. I don't know how he kept a straight face. They had to do more than one take. He said he has a doormat there. And I had got diagnosed. He didn't say what he got diagnosed with, not Egan, the other guy. But he said he has a doormat there. I'm not making this up. Go on Twitter and see it. He said, I have a doormat. He has a doormat that said, did I say you can come in? Trying to say he cold. Saying Prime is like cold and shit. Did I say you can come in? Now, what did Prime do to the guy? Remember the other guy that he said that's going to be a mayor one day? You remember how the guy said, hey, Prime, can I talk to you for a second? Prime gave him a bunch of ties and stuff. And he said, hold on, I got a bunch of ties for you to set you up, baby. I got something for you. Did that sound like a cold coach? No. But see how the media is trying to embellish this and trying to paint it that he's a cold dude? Now, the doormat, which one of his sons got that? Was it Shiloh or Bucky? One of them got that doormat for him. I don't know if it was Shiloh, because remember, Well Off Media has a clip of it about the doormat, because Shiloh stepped all over it. I don't know if it was Bucky. One of them got it as a prank. That's all it is, man. Am I lying? Or somebody tell me. It was like somebody gave it to him. It was like a fan or something, right? And he thought it was funny. He put it by his door. Did I say you can come in? I'm assuming. What am I assuming? Assuming what? I'm not assuming it's on video. What you mean am I assuming? See, y'all can't do that. See, y'all fucked up. See, the reason why y'all messed up is because Bucky got all this on video. And I happen to remember. So I'm not assuming anything. It was a fan that sent that in. And it was a joke. So he put it by his door. So I'm not assuming anything. Go somewhere else and try it somewhere else. You can't do it. I got a good memory. So he said that, and he's just a cold person. He's just a cold person. Right. He showed the doorman. I didn't watch the video yet. But did he show the doorman? I didn't watch the video yet. I saw that he has a video out. Yeah, he showed. See, Bucky saw the interview, so that's why he showed the doormat. He was like, I Prime. He said, I just want a father figure, and he just wasn't available. Um, and then Jason Whitlock, he was just he said he didn't even acknowledge you, like, it was terrible, yo. They could have did better than that, yo. Dude, they should have had me on there. Like, say if I was a former player. Let me stop. Look, I have to do a few takes because I would have to do a few takes. I said, take your time, Max. Take your time. He told me I wouldn't shit. He told me. He told me when he told me the transfer portal. I said, Brian, I've been following you since forever. My parents are fans of you. Boy, hit that transfer portal. He told me hit the transfer portal, and then I would have started crying, dog. I would have started crying. Like, I would have had to come up with something because I'm a naturally goofy person. Just not everybody know that. I always find, dude. I ain't gonna tell you because y'all gonna be like, damn, man. Not only you find everything funny, dude. I was at a funeral. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna tell you because first of all, it's morbid and it's sick. I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened. Somebody almost. I'll tell you. This is a long time ago. Rest in peace. Too. I know he gonna be cussing me out right now. You know how people in the family, you always got that one person in the family that show out at a funeral. He's, oh Lord, take me with you. And he fell right over on the casket. You know how they lowering the casket in the ground? He fell all the way in there. But not only did he fall in there, he lodged on the side of the casket because you know that there's like a gap in between the casket and the earth. He like got lodged in between it, and he was screaming to get out. That was, oh my God. They was like, yo, we got to help him. I'm like on the ground laughing. Like, it was crazy. Like, how did that happen? I know he like cussing my ass out now for telling y'all this story because he's gone now too. Rest in peace. But you know how old people show out at least in my family, they show out. It's always going to have one person to show out for you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, they just going to show out. Shouting a little bit, do a little shouting for you and all that. And I had to just close my eyes, man. And when they start showing out. So if I'm that goofy, if they had me on the show, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start crying. Cry. Prime never talked to me. He just never talked. Oh, it would have been crazy. I would have made Fox News, dude. And look, I'm like, look, I'm not going to the NFL. I ain't got no NIL deals. I'm about to milk this. I'm going on CNN. I'm going on TMZ, Fox News, wherever I got to go get a bag and tell my story. But they didn't even do it right. I can tell they were lying. Okay, let me just not say I don't know if they lying, but I don't believe you need more people like that. Yeah, rest in peace, man. Like, he fell right in there. I don't know how he fell on that casket, man. I don't know how he fell on it. They had to raise oh my God. He got hurt too. That was a crazy part. He got hurt. And I'm sitting up there laughing, man. I was like, yo, I'm going to, man, listen, for me laughing like that. But Jason Whitlock off the hook. He had a mat that said, you can't come in. Or did I say you can come in? That's how cold Prime is. You hear me? Prime always talking, we always talking about the Jesus and stuff, right? God, this guy, that man cold, man. Despite his faith. And he said, what the other guy said, he said, I thought I could connect with him because of the faith, or something. Oh, I gotta go to bed, yo. What time is it? This is crazy. This is crazy, man. He said, I thought I could connect with Prime, but Prime, when he go in the lunchroom, he don't talk to nobody. He's just like, it's like he beneath you or something. Just like he's beneath you. Boy, they going to town on Prime, yo. They going to town on him. They are going to town on him. You hear what I'm saying to you? Thank you, Angela. I'm putting that in the coffers. You know what I'm saying? I am putting that in the coffers. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know who Reverend Ike is. Yeah, Reverend Ike. Yeah, I know who Reverend Ike is. Well, he passed away, but oh, 60 minutes? Dude, I go on 60 minutes. So Max, yeah, he cut me. He told me to get the hell out. He told me to get y'all be sitting there like, yo, this dude is lying. That's what y'all would say. And then I'm gonna come back on on live like nothing happened. Boy, y'all will give it to me. Y'all be like, why are you sitting up there lying? All right, Ms. VS, have a good night. He said all this hate should make players want to transfer faster. He's gonna get his transfers. I mean, the players are gonna come in, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen. He's gonna get the players, but it's just these coaches are trying to ain't playing fair. Like it ain't fair. The game ain't fair any damn way. You said going Oprah and Steve Harvey, and Oprah start crying with me because you can't outdo Oprah. Oprah start crying with you, man. And y'all know, like, damn, was Max? So how did he tell you? He just told me to leave. He just said it ain't working out. And I wanted to go to Colorado all my life, and then start the tears come down. Prime be sitting there like, I can't believe this right here. But that's how it is, man. You said, but will he run the ball? He got no other choice. He gonna run the ball next year. He got to. He got to run the ball. He has to. Yeah, if nobody ain't hating on you, ain't doing it right. That's right. You're right about that. But it's hilarious though how they trying to get him. That interview didn't work. They got to come a little better than that. They have to. But Egan, he's in the transfer portal. Egan Carey, and then he said he's a African. That was hilarious. He called him a African because he mixed. McCaskill be ready to go by the year. He'll be. There ain't gonna be no question about him. He gonna have a good off season workout, relax. He's gonna be ready to go. Dylan too. Dylan had a good year to be a freshman. He got a lot of touches on the ball and a lot of activity as a freshman. Sophomore year gonna be the same. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to come on the portal report. We'll hear something eventually, but they ain't gonna tell you everything, man. You know, with this resistance he got out here. But yeah, man, it's gonna be good. Hopefully get some stars up in there just to piss some of these coaches off, but we'll see. Oh, I had it wrong. I had made a video talking about, remember the Oregon commit, the offensive lineman? He didn't. I don't think he came for a visit. I did see him in a Colorado uniform. You know how they do the posing or whatever, but I don't know if it was last weekend. So I had that mixed up. Which offensive lineman was that? Remember they showed two guys, a big guy. I forget the name of the offensive lineman. I had his name mixed up. I'm watching a documentary. Yeah, we'll come back to it. It come out the 7th, right? I'm gonna come back with that one with the documentary, but Bucky hilarious. I saw the title, talking about the haters or something. And then he had the coat, he had Danny Cannell getting that Bucky. He's like, why is he getting that Bucky for? But that's how they do it. Oh, the documentary come out tomorrow or the 7th? It's still the 5th where I'm at. It's almost midnight. Yeah, you're right, tomorrow. All right. Well, I will catch you guys sometime soon. I just wanted to come on, give you my quick Porter report. If there's news come on, I'll give you my opinion tomorrow. I doubt they say anything. I want to know who the offensive line coach is, though. Is he bringing in like, you know, I would definitely want to know who that is. Yeah, but I got the names mixed up on that offensive lineman that did come see us. It wasn't the guy, the Oregon commit that I thought. So I had that. Yeah, Danny Cannell was tripping on Bucky, man. But that's how it is, man. When you're in the spotlight, people they're gonna go after them. It would be the 6th and 5th. Yeah, that's right. So it definitely is tomorrow for us. But all right, y'all. I will catch you guys sometime. So I just had to come on with that. Egan, you off the hook, man. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. He said he just want a father figure. He just wouldn't do it. And then he said he wouldn't meet with his parents. I'm like, damn, Prime. You want to meet with the kid parents? But anyway, yeah. Was it Jaquan McCoy that visited? Yeah, I definitely had the wrong. I had the wrong players. What is up with Jaquan? Where is he going? You know, he looked like he can play right now. Where is Jaquan going? You know where he going? Well, he didn't sign yet. It's signing day coming up. That's right. Never mind. We just wait the signing day. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. I will catch you guys sometime soon. Thanks for coming in. All right, y'all.